How's it going, everybody? It's Marco and Alex, the Vagger Brothers. Welcome back to another episode of How to Travel the World.
This week we're answering a tweet. We get it all the time. It says, I love to travel, but I just don't have the time or the money, so how do I make it happen?
Now, for a lot of us, travel can seem like a distant dream, something that's nice to think about, but impossible to realize.
But that's not true. You can do it if you tweak your perspective on two closely related things, time and money.
We're going to cover time in this episode and money in the next. But before we go any farther, we want to show you a book that changed our lives. It's called Vagabonding, an uncommon guide to the art of long-term world travel by Rolf Potts.
It's super helpful, it's packed full of advice, and we highly recommend that you get it for yourself. The main idea is that you don't have to work your whole life just to retire and travel. You can travel now if you re-examine your relationship to time and money and make time your most precious resource.
So let's talk about time. Here in America, we work 52 weeks just to get 2 weeks of vacation. Hardly enough time to explore the world. We often say that time is money, so logically, traveling for a long time needs lots of money, right? Wrong.
Traveling does not have to be expensive. It can be as easy as throwing on a backpack and stepping out your front door. But it does get expensive when you try to do a lot of things and go to a lot of places in a short period of time. So imagine you've got $5,000 saved up. How long is it going to last you?
That depends entirely on how you choose to travel. Will you be sleeping in a hostel dorm room with 8 other people, or do you need a private room in a hotel?
Are you happy wandering the back streets of a city? Or are you going to pay to enter those famous sites, eat in restaurants, and party every night?
Whatever you choose is cool. I mean, it's your experience after all. But just remember that those little decisions add up, and your $5,000 can disappear in 6 months, 6 weeks, or 6 days, depending on how you choose to spend your time and your money.
And it'll be gone in less than 6 days if you choose to do a bender in Vegas. Many of you guys met us during the biggest, baddest bucket list trip, a crazy 6-month adventure when we were living it up. We're not gonna lie, replicating that trip would cost a lot of money, and we were extremely lucky to have won that contest, so thank you, My Destination.
However, some of our most memorable travel experiences could not be purchased. They happened when we slowed down enough to get lost in a souk, wander the back streets of a city, and spend our time chatting with locals. None of that cost a penny, and the point is that when you travel slowly and simply, a 3-month trip could end up costing less than a 2-week vacation and be more meaningful.
So let's get back to our original question. How long should you travel for?
Obviously, as long as you can. My first trip started when I bought a one-way ticket to Asia, traveling overland from Singapore to St. Petersburg by bus, a Russian motorbike, and the epic Trans-Siberian Railroad.
Jealous.
I made $7,000 last 6 months because I stuck to a basic travel budget. It wasn't luxurious by any means, but it was pure freedom. And you can read about those travels in the link right here.
But let's be honest here, maybe a 6-month backpacking trip is not for you. So be practical. You do not have to see the entire world in one big trip.
For now, just remember that you can travel a lot longer than you think if you give yourself the freedom to live out your dream.
That might sound a little bit romantic, but stay tuned because next week we're going to give you some practical advice on how to save money for that big trip. And as always, tweet us your travel questions through social media or leave a little comment in the box below, and we will see you on the road. Peace.